Yesterday, I had the colossal misfortune of playing a game called Lanesplit. Now, this describes itself as a pure adrenaline motorcycle game built around high-speed lane splitting, where you jump on powerful motorcycles and weave through dense traffic at insane speeds. And oh my god, what a terrible, ugly, boring, and slow VR game this is. I can't believe these guys even bothered making the VR mode public and then advertising it on the VR game showcase, because what we're looking at right here is absolutely nothing like what it actually looks like in the headset. And just in case you think I'm the bad guy, there's a very nice chap on X called the Lab Video Game TV. And since I didn't get any footage because I refunded it so fast, here is some of his. So this is actually what the game looks like if you don't add some sort of nice high-speed filter or FOV. The resolution, regardless of what settings you use, basically terrible and useless. And the cars, because I stopped to check them, actually seem to be running around 15 miles an hour or 20 kilometers an hour, just to make it feel like you're actually going quicker than you really are. The game is super slow and super boring, and that led me to look for a similar bike game that I could inject VR into, and boy did I hit gold with Ride 5. It's currently on sale and laughably is even cheaper than Lanesplit, and when you combine it with UEVR, it's absolutely amazing. The sense of speed is brilliant and one of the most intense VR racing experiences I've ever had. It has 200 officially licensed bikes from more than 20 manufacturers, and every bike I've used actually feels quite unique, especially when it comes to how it feels going in and out of the turns. There's also tuning options if you want to get into this and make it a real sim, so you can mess around with suspension, gearing, electronics, and a lot more. There's 35 real and fictional tracks, all with dynamic weather and time of day. There's also physical and visual tyre degradation, and this game has superb physics. So when you lean into a corner or suddenly make any jolts on the throttle, you actually see it. You can feel the front end pushing and the rear stepping out, and there's been times, especially in the wet, that my bike aquaplaned, which was a really cool VR experience. Today, to test this out, I was mostly playing individual tracks, but there is a career mode with over 200 events like championships, one-off races, and time attacks. And I found it had a sort of road rash feeling to it, where you start with a modest bike, which you win in the tutorial, and then you earn money to expand your garage and climb the ranks. And because it's powered by Unreal Engine 4, I actually found it run really well with UEVR. I can't emphasize enough how good the sense of speed is and how brilliant the graphics and attention to detail are. And the point of this video is, how can a game with an official VR mode be that much worse than a game with no VR mode? Lanesplit has no motion controls, but someone out there has already modded Ride 5 to have tilt controls. Now, I haven't personally tested this, but you can find all of this information on the Flat2VR Discord. So I personally played using the touch controllers and also tested using an Xbox controller, and even then I found it far more realistic and much more intense to play. Don't get me wrong, Ride 5 is not an arcade experience. After I completed the tutorial, I jumped straight on a 1000cc Honda Fireblade and crashed so many times it was actually embarrassing. So you have to actually take your time and earn your wheels. But after a while, I was finally getting it. Having rear and front brakes to get to grips with, similar to riding a real bike, was actually really cool, and the tracks look beautiful. But annoyingly, a couple of them, which look the most beautiful, are behind paid DLC, but they're probably on sale too, along with the full game. So if you're looking for something fast, realistic, and intense to play in VR, don't buy Lanesplit, buy Ride 5 instead.